You're listening to a fresh edition of Celeb Stopover right here on your favorite station. And today we do have an interesting guy. His name is Dotman. I'll just go straight. His name is Dotman. He's been on the grind for a while, a number of years actually. And I find him, I'll tell you one of the reasons I find him very interesting. Yes, he does pop music. His songs are good. You know, they are songs to vibe to. But for some interesting reason, is more popular than a lot of people actually know. I know that sounds very odd, but that's the thing. Because you get to some circles and you say Dotman, and they're like, who's that? I'm like, the guy is actually quite popular. And you get to some places and they're like, whoa, we're big Dotman fans. And, you know, so he has an interesting audience. He has an interesting niche. And he has, you know, the kind of audience that every artist dreams of having. So Dotman, how are you doing? It's good to have you on the show.
Doing great. I'm doing great. I'm angry. I'm tired. You know, we want change. I'm just tired. I'm angry. I'm already dressed up. I'm on my way to the protest. You know.
Okay, I can understand why you are angry. Yes. And yes, everybody wanted NSAS. And then at some point, people are now saying, oh, we don't want SWAT. It has to be NSWAT again. But some people are also asking the question that, okay, besides the protest, are the young people actually joining the conversation about making things better? So It's like for every request you make, you know, these people say, okay, we've heard you. We're going to do something about it. That maybe some people, out of the people that are going for the protest, shouldn't join the conversation about how to make things better. What do you think?
Exactly. I mean, from here going forward, I think we should ask all our questions. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's no point in protesting for something when we have like enough problems already. So we can't just protest for one thing and go rest and come back and protest for another thing. I feel like now that we have started, that youth have come out to express their feelings, I feel like we should continue like that from here and ask all our questions, because, you know, there's no time. It's supposed to start from somewhere. If the youth does not stand up for themselves, in the next 100 years, nobody will, you know, and it's going to be like a continuous process of suffering. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, we have already started, and I feel like from here going forward, we should, you know, continue to stand up for ourselves and ask questions about everything, you know, because we need to be informed, you know, thoroughly about everything. It's not just, they can't just, you know, come up and just tell us, okay, this is how it's going. You know, we don't have concrete reasons for everything that's going on in the country, you know, and for days that killing has been going on. The government has been forming or looking, you know, not really doing anything majorly about it. Okay, what about the people that have been shot there? You get what I'm saying? So it's just all crazy.
Now that we have talked about this, also I watched the video that you did for the NSAS protest. It was nice, and it was quite timely. How long did it take you to do that?
I dropped the song last year. You know, the song has been out for over a year now. And it's this same situation that we've been complaining about that made me record the song. But I didn't have a video for it until, you know, last week that this whole protest started. And I realized, okay, that's my own way of expressing, you know, myself in the situation. So that's why I went ahead to make the video. That was done within 2-3 days.
So Dotman, let's talk about your music. What has the grind been like for you? And at some point, I had the impression that you were not in Nigeria.
Yeah, I was not. I only came back to Nigeria 2-3 weeks ago. So I've not been in Nigeria from the beginning of this year.
So how have you been able to, you know, have a stronghold in Nigeria? Like, you've been promoting your music, and if people don't really check, they don't know you're not around.
Yeah, that's the work of the strong management and the strong, you know, team. Shout out to Labo Entertainment, shout out to Colade Dominate, and TP. So no matter where you are, you can keep working and keep disturbing, you know. So depends on the team you're working with.
Okay, so dude, there's this thing that, I'm really curious about is the fact that you went to school and studied physics education. And here you are singing. Why didn't you just go ahead and study music?
Well, I'm still studying music. But physics education, when I wrote my post-UME into Unilag, I didn't meet the cut of mark for medicine. I actually wanted to study medicine, but I didn't meet the cut of mark, so I was given physics education. Then I didn't want to go back and write another exam. I just took it. You get me? So it wasn't really that I actually really wanted to do physics education, but I love science anyway. So I took it.
Well, there's this message for you from Lil D Niger saying, I will forever thank Dotman for giving me the platform to get a record deal with my new label. Okay, Dotman.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Okay, so talking about record labels, do you think that that's always the way to go for artists? I know it worked for you, but is it something So you're saying it's not always the way to go?
I mean, it's different ways for different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's wherever you find your way. All I believe in is humility, understanding, and the mindset of working together. No matter where you find yourself, you always find yourself working with one person or the other. So if you complain about this person, you will want to work with another person. What about the other person you want to work with? So it's always it all lies in the spirit of understanding that we need to work together as a team. So that's very important.
Okay, I was asking about the Nigerian music scene. Do you think it is lucrative? Are you making good money? I know that a lot of money is going into your career. There are videos being shot, promotion and all of that. But is it a lucrative venture? Is music really lucrative in Nigeria right now? Do you think artists should join you in the grind?
Honest truth about it is when you are just starting, it's not really lucrative. It's not really lucrative because that's when you are trying to get the world to understand your style of music, to get used to your sound. So now then you keep spending money, trying to promote yourself, and people wouldn't want to pay you because you are just starting. So I mean, even if they are paying you, they won't want to pay you huge amounts because they believe you are just beginning and starting your career. So, and there's always this thing of if I'm paying you this much, how much would I be paying this person that's bigger than you? Do you get me? So, So, but with time, with consistency and growth, the money will come, definitely. Because me as I do now, I'm not going to say I never chop music money now. So waiting to make me fresh, no be music money.
Do you have other things that you do besides music?
Yeah, studying, family life, and still piling up money. And living businesses here and there.
Okay, what kind of business?
What's your business with my business?
Tell us now. So that, the idea is this, so that young people that make quick money, sometimes you could, music is funny sometimes. It's not every time that you have a hit. So you could have that one hit that would really make you a lot of money, like a good amount of money. So people that are young will know that, okay, let's invest this in other things. So they can know businesses that actually thrive, like things they can put their money into. So that when the song stops being hot, they would actually have a survival, net.
It works better if you already have your plans about your life. So that it depends on who you are, basically. So that's when your money will finish. So if your money finish, now you spend that. They don't just come here.
So, Dustman, now that you are here, let us talk about the music scene in Nigeria. For you, have you what are the things that you've learned since you started out that you would like other people to know about?
I mean, it's a small industry, very small industry. It's big, but understand that you cannot fight with everybody. No matter what you do, you always need people around you to support you, to help you grow. So that's a huge lesson to learn.
So where's like the biggest stage that you've ever performed? Like talking about performances all through your career, like where was it that you performed that you really felt good about yourself?
Yeah, I've performed in multiple big stages. I performed in one Africa Fest, London. I performed in African Festival, African Festival in New York. I performed in, Big Brother South Africa stage.
That was in 2017, yeah?
Yes. So, multiple places.
You think so? Let's do a rough guess. Where are the places in Lagos that you think people really consume your music?
First of all, Limoshona. There are every other places everywhere.
There are every other place.
Everywhere.
Okay. So talking about your brand, let's talk about how you have been able to make your brand known. I know that you don't necessarily target everybody, not necessarily. So how do you actually access your fans? What's your strategy for that?
I don't catch that. Like, how do I access?
I said that. I said your music is obviously not for everybody. So how do you target your fans? How do you reach out to the people that really should be consuming your music? So what's your favorite channel? Is it DJs on the streets? Is it radio? Is it TV? Is it, where exactly do you concentrate your energy?
Well, basically, if you have listened to my kind of music, I make music according to my own expression. You get me? So I don't really have like a target audience specifically, because let's take for example my song that I dropped this year, Enube happens to have a large percentage of older people who love the song. They really do, and that's like one of my songs, and my woman that has like majority of people from 40 years and above, loving the song, even though we are not in the same age bracket. So I just make my music according to my feelings, my own way of expressing myself. So whoever likes it. Do you get what I'm saying? So kids, everybody. Just depends on the vibe that I'm dropping at that particular time. Sometimes I might decide to put out a love music, sometimes motivational music, sometimes party, dance. So it just depends.
Okay, so what is the plan? You released a song called Duro. So I'd like to know what the plan is. Is it going to be a single that you're promoting, or is it part of a bigger project? Is there a forthcoming album or something?
Duro is off my album. My album is going to drop this year by grace of God.
Okay. All right, we look forward to that. So that's a song we're going to be signing out with on the show today. Thank you so much, Dotman. Thank you very much for granting the interview. And I wish you all the best.
I hope to you. Thank you.
All right, we've been chatting with Dotman right here on Celeb Stopover. Thank you very much for choosing to listen. And you know that this happens on your favorite station at this time every week. My name is Ife Ajagbe. And of course, big shout out to my team. I don't know how Dale Greenix is going to do the magic, but it's going to make sure that this video is something that you can watch on YouTube. So check out the Celeb Stopover YouTube channel and feel free to watch this show. And of course, big shout out to T-Dots. T-Dots is going to make sure that the sound is good for radio. And big shout out to our publicist for the show, and that is talking about Deji Plug. Deji Plug, thank you very much. My name is Ife. Like I said earlier, do stay tuned to the station, and we'll have a fresh edition of Celeb Stopover next week. Bye-bye.